Is with us, founder at Abakkus Asset Management. Sunil, good to have you with us here. Good afternoon. Thanks for waiting. Just your first sense. This is, of course, a bit of a shock, and markets are reacting like they are. But we have to work with some base case, and the base case right now still is, even though the BJP may be short of the 272 mark, that may also change. I was just asking Parikshit, if there are very close seats, so we don't know. I mean, things may change in the next 2 hours, even there. But let's assume that the ND overall gets to about 300. What does it mean for the market after a 6-7% kind of a fall that we've seen today?
Thank you, Prashant. Actually, absolutely right. I think the only thing is we are hovering around 295 for the last 1.5 hours. So the base case should be that we should be approximately in this range even after end of voting. Actually, if you just go back a little bit, a week back, I think the markets was anyway expecting 300 to 325 seats for the NDA, and they were pretty okay with it. I think what happened over the weekend, obviously, is the exit poll, which raised expectations. And yesterday, you had a big move due to the exit poll. And to that extent, today's fall also has to be seen in line with the yesterday's move. And Nifty. Frankly, Friday was 22,500. Today it is 21,900 as we speak. And that means that you are down like 3%, from Friday's level. But from yesterday's level, it looks like a big fall. There are some stocks which have fallen more. Obviously, the PSU pack, Adani stocks or defense stocks or railway stocks, or even the PSU bank stocks, where there was a little bit of built-in, particularly over the last one day, yesterday, and also over the last 15-20 days. And therefore, the fall looks to be a little bit, amplified. But from Friday to today, we are down like 3% on the Nifty, and which was I would say, expected that if BJP comes out winners with a slightly lower than expected numbers, the market might fall to 3%. If they come out with a slightly higher number, the market might go up to 3%. So I think as long as we are at 295, 300, I think we have seen the levels which we have seen today holding on.
Oh, okay. So you don't expect further downside in the markets. But Sunil, as we speak, we're probably recovering to levels of around 22,000 as well. 21,911 is where the Nifty is at. And the low today was 21,281. I know it's too micro to talk about, but what would you attribute this intraday recovery to? What might the market now be factoring in?
So I think that is the nature of the market. I always say that markets are like cardiogram. You always have ups and downs, and that keeps us alive. I think markets are like that. So, when you are positive, you end up being a little bit more positive than you should be. And when you're negative, you end up being more negative than you tend to be. So I think when the earlier trends came, there was a fear that it is possible that there might be a change in the government, which can still be possible. We don't know because there's still counting going on. But I think given the fact that we are hovering around 295 for the last 1.5 hours, I think is giving a confidence to the market that, yes, it's not a great outcome or below expected outcome, but we'll have a continuity as far as the government is concerned. And maybe that is leading to investors who are on the sidelines and who have gunpowder in terms of cash coming in and making use of the opportunity and buying good stocks, maybe 20-25% lower.
Sunil, you were talking about the markets being like a echocardiogram. Hopefully, we're not going to flatline at the end of it. And I think many today have probably been suffering from tachycardia, which is like your heart is like racing. But I would imagine that that's really been the story that's played out through the course of the day. But Sunil, with the kind of fall that we've seen, with the correction that we have seen today, specifically, and many who have joined us, including Ramdevji, etc., were talking about how this presents itself as a buying opportunity. So, what is it that you would look at? In fact, Navneet Manot was the one who said that this is a stock picker's paradise. What would you consider at this point in time, Sunil?
So I think whoever has survived this last 25, 30 years has seen multiple spikes in the echocardiogram. And by nature, I think, we are all beneficiaries of what has happened in the economy over the last 20, 30 years. And, very sure that we'll be beneficiaries of what is going to happen over the next 10, 15 years. And therefore, our view has always been that, these kind of events will come. Obviously, they will cause a near-term sort of spikes in your cardiogram, and therefore shake your view. But as long as you're confident that this country is going to grow, I think it is obviously a good time to invest. Whether we should invest today or tomorrow, frankly, I don't know. I, for one, don't like to be too fast in reacting to any such spikes, because then you're not taking a call on the fundamentals, you're just taking a call on the market movement. And whether it is 1% higher or 1% lower, I don't think over a period of time it makes too much of a difference. So I would wait till 2:30 to get a clear picture. My analysts and the team are already working on figuring out stocks which would not get impacted fundamentally by whether this government comes with a 300 seats or 320 seats. And wherever we get an opportunity, because it's not about price, it is also about liquidity. Today, it's a buyer's market. You'll be able to buy what you want without impact cost. But we'll just like to wait till at least 2:30 to get more clarity.